George says, tips on convincing my brother not to wait for a dip to buy Bitcoin. You know what? I've talked to so many people in this last month. For some reason, I don't know where they're getting their information from. I really don't. I've had a lady, and she might be watching the show today, so I don't mean to, shit on you here, lady. But she usually emails me like every week saying, I keep seeing that Bitcoin's going to go down to 80K. So I'm just going to keep holding out. And I've told her every response that I've sent back has been, Bitcoin only moves 4 or 5 days in a cycle, big moves. And if you're sitting on the sidelines during one of those days, you're going to miss out on a lot and you're never going to get it back. Never. So in terms of tips on convincing them, I don't know. I don't have any tips. I really don't, because I could sit here for 2 hours and tell you why it's better to buy today than, but here's the thing. You have to understand this. There's not a big difference between 100K, 120K, and 80K. When we look back in 5 or 10 years from now, you're not going to give a shit what amount you paid for it. Yes, you might get more sats if you wait for 80, which will it come? I have no idea. Do I think it will? No. But I don't know for sure. I don't have a crystal ball. But the flip side of that is that if you miss out, if you're waiting for something to happen or waiting for this big drop that these Bitcoin or crypto influencers on YouTube are telling you, if you're waiting for that and all of a sudden it runs up to 200K tomorrow or 300K tomorrow, it could happen. The thing about Bitcoin is that we have nothing to base this on. There's 16 years of history. There's been a lot of crazy shit that have happened. So it's not like other markets where we have something to compare it to here. Bitcoin is completely unique in characteristics and its scarcity. So this thing could shoot up to 200, 300, 500, and that will make a big difference. If you have cash sitting on the sidelines when that happens, if it happens, that's a big dent. But if you wait for it to go down to 80 from where it is today, you're not going to make up that much ground, even if it happens. But if you miss out on one of the days where, especially right now in the cycle and in the current environment that we're in, I'd say the odds of this thing running up to 200 or 300K in a couple of days is much more likely than dropping down to 80. I really believe that. And there's a huge variance there between the two in terms of what you'll miss out on if you're waiting for something to happen. So the best piece of advice is just this. Set up a recurring buy every week, dollar cost average into this thing, do it for a long time. And anytime you have a significant amount of cash, just buy Bitcoin. Don't worry about trying to time it. Don't be sitting on the sidelines. As soon as you have that, just buy Bitcoin. That's it. It does not get any more fucking simple than that. It doesn't.